Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We're back again. It's Lee Rudd and Ben Chambers.
Ben Chambers.
And Lee Rudd. We're here to present this year's Christmas Sounds Better with EU. Is it 2 or 3?
4.
4. It could be the 4th. We're not quite sure. But it's a very festive edition of the show. And before we get cracking, we've got people on the chat already sending messages in. I'll give you more information about that in a second. But Lee, it's great to be back, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely.
And you are looking superb this evening.
Thank you.
You really are. Although the hair is sort of red and blue, which isn't particularly EU-ish,
It's not red. It's pink. It's just very raspberry.
It's raspberry's better than pink. I like raspberry. Top's good, and actually, completely coincidentally, I've got a yellow top, we've got the blue here, so we've kind of got the gold and blue of the EU colours, which is as far as I go in terms of dressing up. I don't go for that. I actually do have a Christmas hat as well. I might pop that on later. Producer Pete is behind the decks, controlling all the stuff off screen. He's done an amazing job this year. We'll give him his dues later on in the evening. But a few things for you guys watching that you might need to know. If you or someone else is having trouble getting hold of the live stream, the best place to get it is at the website www.betterwitheu.co.uk. From there, you can watch everything, can't they?
Yep, absolutely everything.
Yeah. So you can be on YouTube. You can also be on Facebook, Mixcloud. You can be on Instagram, TikTok as well, YouTube, but the best place to get the live stream is at the website www.betterwitheu, all one word, .co.uk. Now, coming up this evening, we've got an absolute shed-load of gifts and treats and prezzies for you to warm your cockles, get you ready and get you in a festive mood well ahead of the big day. We've got at least one live set coming up, hopefully 2. Ray McMay and Claudia Kate, who were planned to be joining us this evening. One of them is here and definitely is joining us. The other is delayed at the moment on a train somewhere.
Yeah, British trains.
Rain is on a train.
Who knew?
So Rain may or may not be here at some point, but we're fingers crossed that Rain will join us because I'm so excited about hearing both of these guys. More on that to come later as well. We've also got Claire's Big Quiz, haven't we?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, now we had Claire's Big Quiz last year. It was something of a success.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. We enjoyed it.
You were saying before we came on air that it was a little bit too hard.
Yeah, my IQ's not.
That's only... Yeah, exactly. That's why... Yeah, I won.
I lost.
You lost. And that's why you felt it was hard. It's not the quiz that was hard. It's your lack of just general knowledge, really, isn't it?
It's true.
That kind of thing. So we've got Claire's Big Quiz in 2 parts coming up, and there are real prizes for that this year. Real prizes.
What prizes?
Well, actually, I think we've probably got a list of the prizes somewhere. If I have a little look through our notes here.
We are being professionals this year.
I don't see a list
we
of the prizes.
Have
no, they're on the website.
That's written down.
Prizes are on the website, but I can tell you right now that one of the prizes for getting involved in Claire's Big Quiz is a whole heap of stuff from the website, from the store.
Yes,
so, you know,
good.
tops, you know, visors, caps, jumpers, hoodies, that kind of thing.
Mixture.
Paraphernalia. You can also win your transport to and from the next march for Rejoin, which is going to be happening next year, sometime around the 10th anniversary of Brexit, which will be around June time. Or you can win accommodation for 2 people overnight in London for the next march. So take part in the quiz. It's free, as is the whole event tonight. It's completely 100% gratis. It's
all
100% free.
We're just volunteers.
We've got heaps of acts coming up. We'll tell you a bit more about those as well, including, of course, Ray McMay, hopefully, and Claudia Kate, who will be performing live for us in the studio right here. So completely exclusive, never seen before. Between them, they bring 30,000 TikTok followers. So let's hope that they'll all be joining in. This is terrific for us because we had, 17, 18 people watch last year?
Was it about, that
something
much?
like, I think it might have been that many. Oh, no, hang on, 17, 18,000. I've got it wrong. Pete's just corrected me. So, yeah, Peter Core, Director of National Regional March, with your good self, Lee Rudd, is on the decks tonight. Behind the scenes, he's put all the prep into this. We just turn up and pretend like we know what we're doing. He really does know what he's doing. He has also promised us he's not going to get paralytically drunk this year like he did last year and the year before. I didn't promise. At least before 9 o'clock. So things should go fairly smoothly. Right, so if you want to get involved with the chat, what do people need to do? Read the chat. I think you can chat on whatever device you're on, whether it is, in fact, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Mixcloud, and it will all feed into our screen here. We'll be able to have a look at what you're saying. We will be reading some of your comments out. I think the first person was genre fluid. who commented straight away, Brexit is still bollocks.
It still is.
And Lee got confused, didn't you? Because,
I
oh, no, hang on, we
did.
don't agree with that. She
I was
thought,
like, what the
you know, we agree with that one.
It's okay.
Brexit is bollocks.
I just got into it a little bit.
We'll be talking about some of the news affairs of the last few weeks as well. Rejoining Erasmus being the most recent bit of good news we've had. That's
Best
good
news.
news, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Really good news.
Male distorted
We'll be
Erasmus.
talking about your hot crush, Zach Polanski. Zara Sultana, we'll be talking about Jeremy Corbyn, your party, Party McParty Face. It is called your party now, isn't it? But they settled on a name, and it is actually your party.
They did.
And we'll be talking about he who shall not be mentioned too much, Nigel Farage. Oh, yeah, sorry. We agreed not to swear before 9 o'clock. I've just broken that promise.
You swore?
Terrible, isn't it? I did, indeed. So you can also contact us via email as well. So contacting the show at info@betterwitheu, all one word, .co.uk, or you can text or WhatsApp your comments into the show on 07397 100 212. Give us that number again, Lee.
07397 100 212.
That's right. Well done.
I'm so glad you asked me while I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, did I? Well, you managed. Well, that's just given me a real insight into you. You're absolute faker because you can read perfectly well without them. So yeah, you can info us. You can email us at info@betterwitheu.co.uk or WhatsApp us on 07397 100 212. There should be one of those like tickers going across the bottom of the screen now for people to donate as well.
Oh yeah,
To
wouldn't
us
that be
personally,
good?
that
Yeah,
would be
that'd
really
great.
good, wouldn't
We
it?
don't get paid for this.
No, you don't have to donate. You can donate. You can go to the www.marchforrejoin.co.uk website where we're already planning next year's big march for, can we say June, Peter?
Yeah.
We can say June. It's going to be at some point in the sort of mid-spring, early summer. We're thinking June because that, of course, coincides with 10 years
Yeah, my
since
birthday.
Brexit. No, not your 10th birthday.
It was on
Are
my
you only
birthday.
It was on your birthday. 10 years since this. Can you believe it's been 10 years? Almost 10 years. I can't.
I look younger.
Guys, we're going to crack straight on very, very soon with our first set. And our first set is from somebody who meant an awful lot to a lot of us here at National Rejoin March and SMR, the wonderful Graham Paul Kendrick. And we've got some sad news to bring you straight away. Believe me, the rest of the show is going to be incredibly upbeat, very lively, maybe even a bit sweary, but we've got to start with some serious news because sadly this week, Graham Paul Kendrick, who's been a lifelong musician, a great friend of mine for the past 10 years. We've made a lot of music together, Graham and I, down in Christchurch. Passed away this week at home in Christchurch, Dorset. He was 73 years old. He was a musician like no other. He had 900 songs under his belt. Incredible. And I had the privilege of turning a great many of those into fully fleshed out tracks. It's only very recent news, this, but his sister Roz, who may, I think, be watching us right now, who lives up in the Lake District, has given us permission to talk just briefly about Graham and before his set from last year, and a video as well for the track Bin Brexit that you'll be seeing in a moment. Graham was 73. He devoted his life to music and he was a political activist as well. He didn't miss a single National Rejoin march down in London. He was always there with his banner, his placard, his beret or whatever else he had with him, giving out copies of his CDs that he'd made, like Brexit Pie, a double CD, a double whammy of CDs, 24 tracks. They're all written by him about Brexit. He just finished producing another EP of 4 songs about rejoining the EU that were a lot more up to date. And we were in the middle of producing songs at the time of his passing as well. So all very, very sad. But as I was talking to his sister only this week, it's our job on this earth, I think, to leave a mark and to do something that has a legacy and that resonates and causes ripples. And Graham certainly did that. I mean, not just with his 900 songs, but with his friendship, his generosity of spirit. Everyone that knew him has, it's always the way, isn't it, when someone passes away, but everyone that knew Graham has a story to tell about how kind he was, how generous he was, how thoughtful and empathetic he was with others. And it was his heartfelt desire that we would rejoin the
Yeah.
EU. And I can only hope, and this is something else that Ros said to me just this week, that before he passed away, he was aware that we had agreed as a country to rejoin Erasmus Plus, the student exchange program. Because Ros said that would have made him incredibly happy, and he'd have been really, really, really encouraged by that, as we all are. And we'll be talking about that a little later on. But we're going to begin things now, if Pete's ready and lined up, with our first set of the evening. Now, this isn't something Graham sent in to us this year. This is a combination of tracks that I recorded with Graham over the past couple of years. He had something ready for us this year, bless him. He had 4 brand new videos ready. But I think the live performance that you're about to see does Graham certainly far more justice, because he loved performing. He was a natural performer. Any gig that I ever went to with him, he'd be up dancing, and people would be dancing and singing along to his songs as well. So you're about to see a set now from Graham Paul Kendrick, recorded last year and the year before, and the pop video that I produced for him for his track Bin Brexit. And I really hope you enjoy them.
Just one word about Better With You since the start, and more than just support. He has not only produced music for us and sent it in, but he comes to the events, and he always comes to say hello and walk with me on the march, and he's just a really nice guy. And in this world where you receive nothing but hate messages online, it's people like Graham that keeps us going. So it's a real sad loss, and he'll be missed.
Should we go or should we stay? There's no point in us cutting a deal, just ask Mrs. May. Tell all the leavers that we've left, but stay on in the EU. They'll believe any old lies, ignorance is bliss, that's true. But I'm just a simple English soul, here's what we should do. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. We gotta bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. The EU gave us extra time till the eve of Halloween, but we end up with a scrappy clown. Tell me that it's just a dream. More than 6 million signed that petition to revoke, while 92,000 picked at the end. What a sorry, sad, sick joke. But I'm just a simple English soul, here's what we should do. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. Everybody now. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. Brexit, bin Brexit soon. That's right. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. Say it again. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. Come on. Bin Brexit, bin Brexit, bin Brexit soon. 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 You are the dream, you are the song, I just write it all down. You are the sun, you are the moon, have I got that the wrong way around? All of my life I have been waiting to stand by your side. Is it love? Oh, well, I just can't decide. How can you say you don't know me? I left my name at the door. How can you say you don't recognize me? I met you several lifetimes ago. All of my life I have been waiting for you to arrive. Is it love? Guess I'll know by and by. Is it love? Makes us think, see things better, left unsaid. Is it love that disconnects your heart, messes up your head? You are the woman I see riding on that old brick red tram car. You are the lady I see you dancing beneath the magical moon, the shimmering stars. All of my life I have been waiting just to hear your voice. Is it love? Oh, do I have any choice? Is it love that turns us inside out, upside down, back again? Is it love that takes away our contentment, pays us back with pain? Now how can it be that you're leaving before you've even arrived? Your suitcase, it was never unpacked. The taxi that brought you still waits outside. All of my life I have been waiting. Now I'll have to wait some more. Is it love? Oh my, must be love for sure. For sure. was 6 years old, I used to go to school each day. I was doing all my English schoolboy things in an English schoolboy sort of way. Down Wimbledon Hill I flew on a penny halfpenny bus ride to catch a trolley bus at the town hall, and away we'd glide. I didn't even know about rock and roll in those days. I was too busy being young, you see. I hadn't even heard of Elvis. I was a child, you were a child of the SEC. Many were the cold winter mornings. I tried to whistle like the other boys could, waiting for the school bell to ring, talking about Popeye and Robin Hood. I didn't even know about rock and roll in those days. I was too busy being young, you see. I hadn't even heard of Tommy Steele. I was a child, you were a child of the SEC. School is really such a bore. You have to wonder what it's all for. They make you write on slates with chalk and tell you how Wren built St. Paul's. They show you films of missionaries with the black folks in Africa. Say, kid, you're lucky to be English. You won't have to beg, you won't have to starve. I didn't even know about rock and roll in those days. I was far too young, you see. I hadn't even heard of Buddy Holly. I was a child, you were a child of the SEC. Now I go back to Wimbledon just every once in a while. I walk the streets I walked back then. I think back and I smile. Everything looks much the same, though all the friends I knew have gone. But on a sunny July evening, I thought I heard my father mowing the lawn. I didn't even know about rock and roll in those days, though I did see 6-5 special on TV. I hadn't even heard of Cliff Richard. I was a child, you were a child of the SEC. I was a child, you were a child, children of the SEC. Hey now children, come gather around me. Are you sitting comfortably? I'll tell you a story you might not believe about that magic money tree. Alright, magic money tree. Far, far away across the sea, on a high hill stands the MMG. 100 feet high, 1,000 years old, with Branches of silver and twigs of gold. Oh yeah, the magic money tree. Monkeys and bones up in the leaves. Hear them rustling in the evening breeze. Diamonds and sapphires, ivory's fruit. Deep into the ground run platinum roots. Oh yeah, magic money tree. There's a barbed wire fence around the street, and a padlock gate who has the key. Jukes and spenders are all they're through, but a total ban on me and you. Yeah, that's what I'm about. Magic money tree. Here's a modest proposal from me. Shouldn't we share the magic money tree? So many people have a hard time. Working for a pittance is just a crime. Ain't that the truth? The magic money tree. Times are hard and times are tough. So many people are sleeping love. So I'll finish my story, please take note. Remember this fable when it's time to vote. Oh yeah, magic money tree. Shake it one time for me. Magic money tree. It's only fair. Magic money tree. Magic money. There you go.
Want to see an example of how Reform are trying to manipulate you?
What will happen to my daughter? You think this, this is...
I'll
that
happily
fair?
answer that question. My parents came here legally. They did not come here illegally. And look, there's a clear dividing line in British politics. If you're watching this at home and you want to vote for a party that will prioritise the interests of foreign nationals who came here illegally, or do you want to vote for a party that's going to prioritise British citizens who work hard, set their alarm clocks in the evening before going to bed, and toil to pay tax
That is
money
not the dividing line. That is not the dividing line in British politics right now,
Do you know how much money the British
There are other
taxpayers
choices
pay?
available.
Do
There
you
are
know
people
how much
speaking
money
for the
the
side of the
British
majority.
taxpayers had to pay for universal credit payments alone for foreign nationals last year? That was £10 billion.
So from the beginning of that video, the conversation is about illegal immigrants, right? Zia Yusuf makes the claim, my parents came here legally, right? So the conversation is about illegal immigrants. I mean, technically they're not illegal immigrants anyway, because seeking asylum is not illegal regardless of how you entered the country. It's legal to seek asylum, but that's besides the point. Zia Yusuf made it perfectly clear that he was talking about illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants being prioritized over British citizens. But then he makes a claim about universal credit. He's associating universal credit with illegal immigration, but there's a problem with that because illegal immigrants are not eligible to claim universal credit. Undocumented immigrants, who are actually technically the illegal immigrants in this country, they're not eligible to claim universal credit because they don't have a valid immigration status. Asylum seekers in the hotels, who Reform often refer to as illegal, they're not illegal, but they're not eligible to claim universal credit either. The state support that they get is not universal credit. It's from a completely separate budget. Refugees, who are successful asylum seekers who've had a successful claim, they are eligible to claim universal credit. But if we look at recent data from the DWP, only 1.5% of people on universal credit were refugees. The immigrant group with the highest amount of universal credit claimants by far are immigrants in the EU settlement scheme, meaning EU citizens who were given full settlement and benefit rights as a part of Brexit. And yet there have been multiple studies that prove how beneficial EU migration is to the UK. EU migrants contribute much more to the UK economy in taxes than they take out in benefits. Zia Yusuf is consistently using incorrect terminology and oversimplifying a very complex subject. And by doing this, he's painting a picture that's just not true.
You know, Nigel Farage was actually right when he said this.
Never trust a Tory.
Who do you think you're voting for when you vote for Reform? Let us show you. Let's not forget, we had 14 years of that lot. They absolutely wrecked the country. The NHS battered, social care on its arse, industry hanging on for dear life. The cost of living, an absolute joke. And you know what the worst of it is? We're falling for it again. Vote Reform, get failed Tories. And like Nigel said, you should never trust a Tory, even if he is filling his party with them. Don't let hate win.
UK musicians are each losing over 11 grand thanks to post-Brexit barriers. Visa chaos, work permits and red tape. Touring Europe has turned into a bureaucratic nightmare. And for small and mid-level artists who rely on touring, it's becoming impossible. But it really doesn't have to be this way. To make things better, we're calling for practical solutions. 1. Develop a long-term visa scheme for UK and EU artists so artists can actually work. 2. Cut the cost of taking equipment and insurance across the border. 3. Rejoin Creative Europe to bring back that essential funding and that collaboration. This is about saving the UK's live music culture and getting artists back on European stages where they belong. In the long run, we need the UK back in the single market so that everyone, not just performers, can work and travel freely without any red tape worries.
Well, let's speak now to Sir Nick Harvey, CEO of European Movement UK and former MP for the Liberal Democrats. Good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us. What is the difference between Erasmus and Turing? Why would one necessarily be better than the other?
Well, Erasmus Plus is organised by the EU. It's well known throughout the EU, and it's not only actually European countries that belong to it. There are other countries from further away in the world who choose to take part in it. And I think the problem with the Turing scheme, which the UK has tried to operate the last 3 or 4 years, is that nobody has really ever heard of it. So the opportunities to link up with other countries and other parts of the world just weren't as good from a totally British cold start as it was in a Europe-wide scheme that was really well established.
Of course, the Conservatives have criticised this move. The Shadow Foreign Secretary, Priti Patel, saying it's a betrayal of Brexit, saying that Labour are obsessed with dragging Britain back under the control of Brussels, and also saying this is a waste of money.
Well, that is absolute nonsense. There was really no reason for us to leave Erasmus Plus, even after Brexit. As I say, lots of countries who are beyond the EU and beyond Europe belong to Erasmus Plus. It was just pig-headedness and ideology that led the Conservatives to drag us out of it in the first place. I'd love to think this was part of some unwinding of Brexit and some repairing of the relationship with the rest of Europe. But I think that the Tories are protesting too much and that this is actually just a sensible, pragmatic step. And I hope it will rebuild some of our broken relations with Europe.
What do you think the benefits of a scheme like this are to those students who are able to use it?
Oh, it's not only students. Let's just say that for a start. This is something that is available to a wide spectrum of society, schools, youth clubs, sports clubs, technical colleges. It's a wonderful opportunity for young people to go for a short while to live, to work, to study, to train, to do youth exchanges, to meet new friends, learn new languages, and build on often lifelong friendships that really reap a reward for both countries over a very long period of time. I've spoken to so many people who have done Erasmus programs during the course of their life who have lamented the fact that we'd come out of it. And I just think it's really good news that we are reaching out to our friends and neighbours and giving youngsters both sides of the English Channel that really wonderful opportunity to meet each other and learn and experience different cultures.
So Nick Harvey, CEO of the European Movement UK, thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome back. So much to talk about in this short section before the next set coming up. But before we do, just to reiterate, it was wonderful seeing that set from Graham. I think I watched it last year, but I don't recall that home video footage of Graham, I believe, and his family from way back in the late 50s, that would have been early 60s. But Graham would have loved to be involved this year. He really would have loved to have been involved, and he would love to have been involved next year in London when we have National Rejoin March 4 in London to commemorate the 10th anniversary. Commemorate's the wrong word of Brexit, but our thoughts and prayers and love, obviously, with his sister Ros and surviving family. Graham, he was just one of the cornerstones of this movement and a great personal friend to me too, and well known and beloved by everyone involved. There's a couple of things Lee wanted to mention early doors. So before I run through some of the acts we're going to be hearing tonight, and to reiterate how you can get involved with the show if you'd like to, as many people already are on the chat, Lee wants to talk to you about a petition.
Yeah, so we now are on our third petition to rejoin the EU, but this one is more for a debate in Parliament. We are currently at 15,000 signatures. We need to get to 100,000. And if you could share it with aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, friends, whoever you want, across any... oh my God.
Reform voters. Share it with Reform voters.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them it's a petition to make sure Brexit happens big and hard. And then you never know. You never know. But what's the address for that, Lee?
joineu.site. That's SITE.
Lee was saying to me a minute ago, do you think I should spell out site in case people think it's SIGHT? And I was like, yes definitely, just in case. You never know.
To be fair, when I was originally saying this, I kept putting a dot on the end of it. Don't do that, because that's wrong. It was supposed to just be a punctuation mark at the end of a sentence.
So it's joineu.site.
Yep.
And how long does it take to sign a petition online, Lee?
Oh, good Lord.
We're talking seconds, aren't we?
Seconds, yeah.
Not long.
It doesn't. I think all you have to do is confirm your
name. That's it. You don't need to put your address in or your age or your driving license.
No, I think it's your email. You just have to confirm that your email's been sent to you. That's it.
That's it.
You can opt out of getting any updates on it. We just want it shared around as much as possible.
So 100,000 and we get a debate in Parliament in that broom cupboard.
Oh, yes.
I can't remember where it is, but it gets debated, and we want to force this every year. Or every time they have one, have a debate and decide the country voted, it's done, it's all, consigned to history now. We'll do it all over again. And we just keep going and doing it again and again and again until we rejoin the EU.
Do it.
So
and that's it.
15,000, we need at least 85,000 in the next 5 minutes.
Yes.
So if you can get off your asses and get that signed, that would be a big help. For those of you wondering, we're coming to you live from Burton in Trent.
On Trent.
Burton on Trent.
Burton on Trent. We are on the river.
Which is famous for absolutely nothing. No, seriously. There was a brewery here. I think there's a brewery museum here.
I think we have beavers.
On my way down... Beavers?
Yeah, we've got beavers now.
Sorry, it's before 9 o'clock, Lee. Careful. No, but seriously, on my way down here on the bike, I came past the sign to the Brewery Museum. So obviously it's famous for drink, which is interesting because Peter lives here. He's quite famous for drinking too. So there's a link there, isn't there?
There is
Burton on Trent, that's where we are. For those of you also wondering, a couple of things I want to say. I want to give you a quick heads up of who you can expect to hear and see tonight.
Just 1 second, can I just say thank you, Lisa?
Oh, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa, is this Lisa Burton?
Yes, it is.
What does Lisa say?
Loving the hair, Lee.
Right, what about my hair? It's nice and short, and it's specially done. Anyway, coming up in the next few hours, you're going to be hearing from the wonderful singer-songwriter, Claudia Kate. Hopefully, you're going to be hearing from another wonderful singer-songwriter, Ray McMay. You're going to be seeing and hearing live sets from the brilliant Marsh family. We love them. They've got a brand new charity single out. I think it's for, is it postnatal or neonatal care? I can't quite remember. They'll say something about it in their little spiel before. Their last year's song, Universal Child, was the SMR, the radio show that I do. It was our favourite song of the year. They've got a new song out this year. I'll tell you about that in a moment. We're going to be hearing from Alan and Ulrich as well. Wayne Allen and Philly Ulrich from France.
Ooh.
They've got a brand new album out as well called Big Dreams. Absolutely wonderful. Rachel Ashley's going to be joining us with her set. Wooden Seeger. Fixed Beat. Who's Fixed Beat?
I have no idea.
Have you heard of Fixed Beat?
Some loser that just like tinkers
Hang
with
on, I think this is drum and bass. This is like one of those newfangled genres, drum and bass. I don't know much about it myself. Actually, to be honest, I don't know how he's wangled his way in here. But anyway,
he sneaks in every year.
If you're a fan of Fixed Beat, you're going to love Fixed Beat's set. Fixed Beat, yeah, must make a note of that. We've also got Rosemary Schoenfeld. We've got MB as well. EMBE, MB. We've got The Human Error. And I haven't seen their set, but it was one of the first sent in. And Pete he emailed me straight away to say, Ben, this is a really good set. You're going to love this one. Steve Fiction and the Rocking Rebel Sci-Fi as well. They'll be joining us too. You're also going to be hearing from Kira Casey Sargent.
We love Kira.
We love Kira a bit. She is one of the bods in charge of or heading up the National Rejoin March Youth. Like the youth movement. And by youth, of course, we mean under 30. So it's kind of a broad definition of youth. I don't quite qualify. Do you qualify?
No.
No, sadly, never mind.
I do.
Pete says he does.
I
Producer
remember
Pete says he does.
Youthful.
You remember feeling youthful?
I do.
Yeah, I haven't felt youthful for quite a long time. I'm actually 51. How old are you? Seriously, how old are you?
46.
Yeah, you're lying. You liar. Are you really 46? You don't look a day over 45. That's incredible. Kira, can I just have a definition of youth from you? Under 30 is youth, apparently, yeah. So it's not like 14 to 18-year-olds. It's under 30s now.
Yep.
Goodness me. Is that Gen X? No, that's not. It's millennials. So if you're a millennial, stay tuned for how you can get involved in the Rejoin Ramble, which Kira's going to be talking about later on as well. We've also got Claire's big quiz coming up in 2 parts, for which there are prizes to be won.
Can we also say thank you to 2 people, Izzy and John, who have already signed the petition? So share it with everybody and continue doing that, please.
Your eyesight's better. My eyes, I've got astigmatism in one eye. I keep forgetting which it is.
And so do I.
You got. Oh, that's great. So another connection between us. We've got a chat that you can get involved with on YouTube or whatever device you're on. We get it all fed through to us here. So
thank you, Izzy. Yes, we are a pair of youngsters.
Blimey. So, yeah, we've got Genre Fluid on the chat. We've got John. Can you read that one there? John?
Signed.
John Gaskill there.
Yes, we've already said.
We've got a number of Burton Lisa. She's joined us on the chat. A number of people have already signed the petition, which is great. So that's what, 1, 2, 3? I think
there was a couple more as
well.
A couple
more as well. So that's at least 4 of the 85,000 we need by the end of this evening, which is really, really great. Guys, we were talking there in that last little section about Erasmus.
Fixed Beat will answer that question for you, Genre Fluid.
We've talked about Fixed Beat. Let's not big him up any more than he's already... Come on, his head's big enough as it is.
This is
big
true.
And bald
That's
is Peter's head.
Is that why his headphones are massive?
For those of you who aren't sure, Fixed Beat is Peter Core, the producer of
Pete.
tonight's show and the co-director of National Rejoin March. We love Fixed Beat, really. And I don't know if he's going to be playing it tonight, but their remix, or his remix, of Rachel Ashley's Ripples is absolutely awesome. I played it on the radio show, which I'll talk about a little bit later. I shamelessly like to plug my radio show. But we've got coming up. It's SMR. I'll tell you about it later. I wanted to talk to you very briefly before we play our next set about Erasmus, because is this just a step in the right direction, Lee, or is it more than that? Rejoining the student exchange programme.
This is massive.
It is massive.
We were told that we would never rejoin it, so this is for students all over. It's for European students, it's for our students. It's massive. So my eldest daughter did the Erasmus scheme. She went to the Netherlands for 6 months. She did. It was outstanding. She just loved every second of it, and it made a huge, huge impact on her
Well, the career prospects,
That's the one.
mental health, the
Yeah,
culture
everything.
appreciation, everything.
Oh God, she cycled everywhere because everybody there just is on a bike. It was just absolutely fantastic.
Was it Holland, you said?
Yeah,
Netherlands.
Yeah,
Netherlands.
And I think bikes and everything were all like free.
Well, the thing is, because it's easy to cycle in the Netherlands because it's bloody flat. There are literally no hills. In fact, I think most of the country's below sea level. So actually, there might be a little bit of a dip there. But no, that's really. I mean, it is a step in the right direction. And actually, as Lee just said, I'm pretty certain that was one of Labour's red lines. We're never going to rejoin Erasmus. We're not going to do this. Well, do you know what? Now they've broken it. This is great. This is a real
the first step in the right direction.
Exactly, and it's a green light to us pushing for the next thing, which of course is
Yes.
rejoining the customs union, rejoining the single market, freedom of movement, and then hey, if we've done all that,
we've magically joined the EU.
we've actually just rejoined.
knew?
So that's all good. That's all really, really, really good.
Yep.
So in terms of Labour, because there are mixed feelings about where they are at the moment. I mean, a lot of people, we all know that Keir Starmer's personal popularity rating has plummeted.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that just because he's a charismaless void of character and dynamics and personality? Or is that because Labour have made quite a few big boo-boos?
Boo-boos.
Well,
pretty much boo-boos.
I think they've like Brexit, it's
outright
self-inflicted.
said we just won't rejoin the EU. I don't know how any leader can turn around.
And then there was a
say
winter fuel
flat
thing. And there was a
out.
winter fuel thing. There was disability benefits cuts.
Disability benefits. So I'm disabled. I have several disabilities. And unfortunately, I don't qualify for them because the disability scheme is so absolutely ruthless.
Exactly.
And now he's planning on taking more money off people. And it's just ridiculous.
But you know
It
what?
really
I mean,
is.
it is a worry because, of course, we were so enthusiastic and we were filled with hope when Labour took power and kicked the Tories out where they belong. At least, and that's one benefit. No one even remembers the Tories. I think it was Ian Hislop who said when they were compiling a feature for Private Eye this week, they'd included something for every. It might have been a calendar for every party, and then realised they'd forgotten the Tories.
Yep.
And which is exactly what we want. People to forget the Tories.
Just flutter away.
That is not to say there are not threats on the horizon. I think we know who we're talking about there, he who shall not be mentioned, but there are also some big positives. Zach Polanski, anybody? You know? Ed Davey and your party, Corbyn, Sultana. Now, I know people have mixed feelings about how that started off, but there's now a lot of forces on the left that could come together and create quite a dynamic, votable presence that a lot of people can get behind, surely?
Absolutely.
We'll be talking about that later, but we're going to crack on in right now, I think. Should we crack on right now with our next set?
Are we cracking on?
Are we cracking on, Pete? I think we're ready to crack on.
on.
We're going to crack on right now. And guys, if you tuned in last year, and I think the year before, you'll have seen, and you'll no doubt know the Marsh family like the back of your hand.
Come on.
These
COVID.
guys
These guys
from
kept us
Faversham, I think it is,
entertained.
in Kent, are just brill. It's a whole family.
And they're all grown up now.
Well, some of them are. I think the oldest boy has now left for university.
Yeah, but
the
they were
oldest
like this
girl is
big.
doing her A-levels. I think, they were much smaller when we first got to know them. But guys, the Marsh family from Kent are just brilliant. They're going to be telling you in a moment about their charity single for this year.
Yep.
You'll also be hearing their #1 for SMR tune from last year, Universal Child. Guys, enjoy this. This is the Marsh family.
Have fun.
Hello everybody, we're the Marsh family and we wanted to send our thanks to SMR Radio and particularly to Ben for all his support this year.
It's been a crazy year, but we really hope the tide is beginning to turn.
Have a wonderful festival, and we hope you enjoy our new single released in support of the East Kent Hospital's charity Tiny Toes campaign.
This is Keeping the Dream Alive. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Keeping the dream, keeping the dream alive. Tonight the rain is falling, full of myself recalling things you said to me the night it all started, and still the rain is falling. Makes me feel the way I felt when we parted. The hopes we had were much too high, way out of reach, but we had